So, what's up? Uh, what have you done? What's the progress and stuff?
Uh, seems like it's already past the 2 weeks of our last meeting, right? But I feel I didn't make a lot of progress in the past 2 weeks. Did a lot of useless things. Yeah.
You feel you didn't make a lot of progress?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm. But in the last 2 weeks, I took a hackathon for 1 week and took several interviews, most with recruiters, and got an offer of internship. But I still very hesitate if I should go that internship. Just continue interviewing stuff.
So you want a better offer?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, I like to share with you some of my previous experiences, especially I like did problem solving or algorithm problem when I was taking interview. So I interviewed several of my favorite company. I don't know if you know like ByteDance. ByteDance. It's
Oh,
called.
ByteDance. It's the
ByteDance.
old TikTok, I guess, right?
Yeah, TikTok, but I only interviewed the company in China actually.
Oh, okay.
They are separate company. In US it's TikTok.
Oh.
But yeah, it's not that one. And also took interview of like DD Lab. Do you know DD?
Didi, yeah, the Uber, Chinese Uber, right?
Yeah, that one. They
Mhm.
have a lab in US in San Francisco. So I took that interview and passed the first round, but I failed in the second round.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. They asked me a question. Actually, we can talk about in the first round. They asked me to write an algorithm like reverse a linked list.
Mhm.
So I feel that's pretty easy for me. So yeah, I finished that pretty well. But in the second round, they asked me another question. It's like, so uh, please design a function to solve a problem that now you know the timeline of your professor. You also know the timeline of your own. You had to like design an algorithm uh, to figure out um, like what time you can have a meeting with your professor. So you can design any like the data structure inside the function. So yeah, he just give me this kind of question, but I feel pretty confused at that time. I don't know how to solve this. Do you have any idea?
Well, yeah, it's pretty broad, very vague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, for intervals, I think for intervals, you can do something like map for intervals. I think I had some interview before last year actually. It was a map of well, a map that is implemented as APL tree or a red flag tree. So you can do the operations in log n, all the operations in log n, something like that. So um, you
mm,
can you should is it is it a coding interview? Is it or is it some design? Because it looks more like a design.
uh,
API
actually I
design,
don't know.
something like that.
You know, we usually take I usually took interview with them for every time for 1 hour every round, and half hour they usually ask me some questions like behavior questions or some basic knowledge of mobile development, and then the other half hour I had to take like the algorithm problem to solve a problem. Like I think that's a coding problem.
So
Coding interview.
they asked you to write a function or like design a function.
Uh, I think it, sorry, say again your question.
Did they ask to design or to write code?
I think it's write code because
Mm,
they even didn't tell me it's a like design question. If it's just a design question, it should tell me, okay, you just like tell me how you think about this question. But seems like he want me to write code to just like a define a function or very specific thing is what kind of data structure you wanted to use, what kind of data you want to use, and how you solve this problem. I don't know. It's all kind of this kind of thing, and also in the other interview, and also in the second round, and that person asked me to solve a problem using dynamic programming. But at that time, I'm not very familiar with dynamic programming, so um, just not very clear about the solution. But finally, I choose to use the recursion to solve the problem, even though it's not very good. But yes, seems works.
So I made some search data structure for intervals,
Mm,
and looks like it's the case. Well, as I said, because I didn't know that something like that exists until I got into a coding challenge and I was asked to
mm.
write the whole data structure code, It was a 9 hours challenge. Um,
You mean you took the kind of challenge?
sorry?
Uh, I'm not understand. You mean you took this kind of challenge
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
coding?
yeah. I said I
Uh,
didn't know that something like that exists until I got into an interview and well, not interview, it was a coding challenge. It wasn't,
mm,
I
okay.
didn't talk to anyone. Yeah, and the problem I was asked to develop, write the code, the functions of a data structure that's an interval tree. And then that's how I learned about that the interval tree exists, where you can write some functions in login.
Mm. You know what? Right now, I found I had a problem is um if you give me a problem just um I being solved in Leetcode, I feel I can solve it. But if you give me a new question, like you change a little bit the logic of the question, I totally have no idea how to solve that. I think probably because I never understand some fundamental things of the problem or the algorithm. I'm not totally understand. Just remember how to write the logic of the algorithm, but not totally understand. So that's why I can't solve the problem every time they give me a new question.
I see.
Mm.
Okay. Before, do you
But
have
that's
any
fine.
questions first to answer?
Uh, a question. No, just that question is that I don't know how to solve that that interview question, so I asking you. Just
Well, I'm not like right now at this stage. I think it's the interval tree. That's the answer.
Mm,
Yeah, I roughly know how it works. But I don't know. Do you want to discuss it now? Because now I'm not like I mean I can imagine that
that's
this is an
that's
interview
fine.
for me. Yeah, but I think you can just like read about it offline and just
Mm,
you're gonna be just fine. That's what I think. I don't need to explain stuff to you because yeah, I can see here a Geeks for Geeks link that you can use, and I'm sure that
uh,
they explain pretty well.
mm.
But if you know how, do you know how the binary search tree works, right?
See again?
The binary search tree, you know how it works, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like that, but it stores intervals. It doesn't store values, intervals.
intervals.
Yeah, each
Okay.
node, each node stores an interval.
Interval, you mean like iterate every node inside the binary search tree?
Oh, let me show
Let me
you.
search this word. Let me
Let me show you.
search. Mm.
Have a look at my screen. Here. So what I did, I just typed data structure for intervals, and I have this
Interval.
interval tree. Yeah. And
Um,
here you can find this
yes.
article. I send it to you over Code Mentor. So you see the idea is to augment a self-balancing tree, like red black tree, and all the operations can be done in log n.
Mm, let me open the website. Wait.
Mhm.
You send me on the.
Code Mentor, and I shared my screen also.
Oh, okay. I see.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the tree.
Mm, interval tree. Okay, I see. Interval tree. So interval tree is kind of tree, or interval is a verbal.
Interval is what?
It's a verbal.
Verbal.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Let's search. It's not verb. It's a verb. That's fine. That's fine. Let me check out.
Mhm.
Mm, operations.
Yeah. Well, I can, if you want me to explain it to you, I can read it. Uh, or if you want, we can do it the next session or now. But now I have to read and understand. Like as I said, I know how it works, like in general, but in
Mm,
details, I just need to refresh a bit. And I
okay.
suggest that we do something else, not this now. I mean, as I said, because you can read it by yourself, and if you don't understand something, like you can tell me before. I'll try to like understand the data structure again, and we can go over it. the next session.
Okay, so give me several minutes to read all the things.
To read what?
Read this part, read this page.
And then, okay, after you
Did
read
you-
it, what's gonna happen?
I don't know. What do you think?
I prefer that if you wanna talk about this some other time, you can read it offline. And if you don't understand it well, we can talk about it during the next session. Because I
Okay.
prefer that I can understand it now and I can explain it, but I don't want to waste your time. You see?
Okay, we can talk about that next time.
Yeah, yeah. It's better for me and for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. For now, we can talk about something else.
You know, I usually need more time to learn something new.
You need more time to learn something new, you said?
I usually need a lot of time to learn something new.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see. It's all about practice, Jing.
Yeah, I know.
Just give yourself time, spaced repetition. Like understand something about it now, read it again tomorrow, read it again the next day, and that's how we understand stuff. So do you want to do some problem from this list? Did you try any?
I just saw several top questions, but still have no time to do. You can choose one, you can try, but I'm not sure if I can solve that problem. But you know what? Most of the time I interview, because I'm interview the position of mobile engineer. So they will not give me hard question. They will just give me a easy question, a very common question, because yeah, it's front end development. So they don't have very high requirement for your data structure or algorithm solving ability. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
understand.
guessing.
Okay, you want to do this longest palindromic substring, and then we do subsequence.
Write a function that prints out the longest palindromic substring.
We do this, and then we do longest palindromic subsequence. What do you think?
Okay, let me try. Palindromic. Let me search what was mean of palindromic.
Yeah. You can share your screen and open the Leetcode playground. We can work there.
Okay, let me search first palindromic. Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where I should go? This one?
Yes. Is the problem clear?
Let me copy this one to here. Write a function that prints out the longest palindromic substring. Longest palindromic substring. So as I understand this question, it's like you give me a okay. You give me a string, and I had to design a function to find out if there exists a palindromic substring in this input string. They probably have palindromic substring or not.
So here, for example. Well, so yeah, it's a pretty simple problem.
Okay. But do you think if you give me a string but it doesn't exist a palindromic substring inside?
If it's empty, return empty. Otherwise, just return any letter because each letter is palindromic, right?
Yeah, I read it here. Like if you give me input, like
Yeah, you can return any. It doesn't matter.
mm, it's
Yeah,
I mean it's totally have no
yeah,
palindromic
I understand.
string.
Yeah, you can return any.
Return any.
Yeah, anyone.
Okay, anyone. What's the meaning of anyone?
Whatever, because like here, all of them are palindromic or correct answers. Just return anyone.
Okay, I see. Let me think about.
If possible, share your thought process with me as usual.
I still thinking about.
Yeah, it sounds fine. Just
Mm.
try to do it if possible. That's it.
Okay, give me seconds.
Yeah, sure. Jing,
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm feeling a bit. I think I need some 10 minutes. I'm sorry. I feel a bit not well. I just have to go and get back.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Mm.
I'll stay here. I'll just mute. That's it. Okay.
Okay, okay. Okay. Mm.
Hey, Jing. Sorry, I'm really sorry.
Okay.
I was feeling unwell. I'm sorry about that.
If you feel not well, we
No, no,
can
no. I'm good. I'm good.
reschedule. Okay, okay.
So, how's the progress?
I'm trying to figure out the solutions. I don't know if it's right. I'm still writing.
Okay. First of all, can you describe to me the idea, the general idea?
Yeah. So, I initialized to uh, like pointers to um iterate the array from left and right. So every time I see if the left element equal to right element, if it's equal, I just put this element into the result array. Um, if not, I remove the left pointer uh, one more to the right.
Okay. And what is the other function?
In this one,
Yeah.
let me post this. This is the first function I wrote, but I realized it probably not right. I can delete this part.
So, what was your approach? Is it brute force? How is it? Can you describe to me the method?
I think it's a brute force.
Okay. Let's talk
Because
more about the details of the brute force solution. So here we are asked to print the maximum palindromic substring.
yeah,
So there are three characteristics about the result. First, it's maximum. Second, it's palindromic. And third, it's substring.
yeah.
Okay. So you can do something like, what do you think of generating all the substrings and then taking the longest and making sure that it's palindromic?
If you see the longest palindromic substring, I think it should be only one longest
Yeah, of course.
substring.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, no, actually, no. You can have multiple longest,
Oh, yeah. Mm.
but it's fine. We don't have. You can print any. In this case, you can print any. But before that, let's
Okay.
discuss the substring. So, what do you know
Mm.
about the number of possible substrings of a string? Sorry. So, how many substrings can you have of a string?
How many?
Yeah.
Um,
So let's
I think there's a lot. This dependent like the combination, right? Uh,
yeah, let's do some examples of substrings. So if we have A, B, C, D,
mm.
we have A, B, C, D, A, B.
Oh,
Oh,
let me think about. Okay.
done. So it's A, B, C, D, A, B, B, C, C, D, A, B, C, B,
Mm.
C, D, A, B, C, D. those are the possible substrings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can generate the substrings and take the palindromic ones, and from there we can take the maximum or print any maximum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
but before that, I want to discuss the substrings with you. So how can you generate the substrings?
um, I remember there's a question called subset. Is like similar one. I just use like I can use recursion to get all of the subsets of array. It's same thing. I can get a substring from this string.
Actually,
Like I use
no.
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 Mm.
We have less substrings. With subset is different. So this is substrings, but subsets for this, subsets of A, B, C, D is
Oh, they
adding,
have requirement of the order, right? Is the order of
yeah,
a character.
yeah, substrings are contiguous. They're next to each other, but subsets, no. For example,
Oh, okay.
AC,
So,
mhm,
mm, go
AC is a
ahead.
subset, but not substring. AD, BD, ACD, ABD.
Oh, I understand.
See? So
Mm,
those are subsets, but not substrings.
okay, I see. I see. So we have to adherent with the next character in the substring
We have to what?
to like adherent with the next character.
Mm, yeah, I mean, the difference between substrings and subsets, substrings are contiguous next to each other, but
Mm,
subsets no. Like, for example, you can
yeah,
jump
yeah,
in subsets, you can jump from here to here, but not in
I got it.
substring. Okay, cool.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, I think to get the substrings of a string, I think we can use like BFS for recursion to get all of the substrings. Did I answer your question? What's your question?
It's simpler. Generate the substrings
Oh, okay.
first.
Mm. Okay. Okay. I think can use a loop. Just use a loop to
Okay, yeah, yeah.
use a loop to each every element inside the string and make a combination with the other elements and add every element to like array and return its array. So all of the substring will be contained in this result array.
Okay, can you write a quick code for that. You don't have to store them. You just have to print them. That's it.
Okay.
As I said, you don't have to return anything. Just print them. You can print inside the function.
I see. I feel it's like that.
Yeah,
I
you
think it's-
can run. Let's see.
Okay.
You can run for ABCD.
So okay.
Run code. The green button.
Okay.
Line 20. think it's I, right?
20, let me see, 20. Oh, yeah. So many errors. Seems probably I should print it here. Let me see. No, let me think about.
You should print. Print the string.
Oh, maybe from.
Where's D? Where's D and ABCD?
Yeah, I'm finding this error.
Okay.
I should not put it here, but
Okay, A, B, C, D.
do you think
Nice.
it's
Nice, nice. So what's the complexity here? What's the time complexity?
is n squared?
Great, awesome. So from here, can you check or like take this subset that is the palindromic substrings and then take the maximum, which will make the answer?
Check.
Yeah. So here you have generated all the substrings. If from these substrings you take only the palindromic ones, and from the palindromic ones you take the maximum, that's going to give you the answer, which is what we are looking for, right? The longest palindromic substring, sorry, not subsequence.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good point.
can you do that? So first you have to check.
I don't think this string have any palindrome substring.
Yeah, this one, it doesn't have any, but I mean, I was talking about the code, you know. We can have some other examples. Yeah, but so you have to write a function that checks if a string is palindromic or not.
Okay, I see. Let me see if I can use this one. Palindroma. Oh, yes. So, I think I probably can use this function
Yeah, okay.
to
Let's test.
try.
Let's test it in the top before this. Let's test it by itself, just the palindromic function. And then if it's correct, then we can use it. Because
Yeah. To try this function first, you may. Mm. Those inputs. Yeah.
oh, is the result not necessary?
And string to do may take some time.
Isn't it just Boolean instead of result two dots?
Say again.
Is it? I think it's only Boolean, or do you have the name to name the result, the return?
But this is the name.
Okay, I don't know. I answered that. I'm just guessing. I don't write Swift code.
Let me think about. Let me think. Oh, let me see. Unexpected entitled domain to write diction.
Can you try to remove result and the hyphen? And
Okay.
just return volume. Yeah, arrow and volume.
Arrow and bullet. Which one?
Yeah, just remove. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, you mean this part?
Yeah. Hold on. It's very slow. Maybe like this.
Let's try. I'm not sure. Let's try. Yes, correct.
Let's try.
It's wrong. And uh-oh.
This is wrong.
Index order range. Let's see order range. Count with the row right. Left. Probably here is question.
Oh, right. Minus equal. Yeah, yeah.
It's true. Okay.
Okay, nice. So from the substrings, verify if they are palindromic and then take the maximum answer.
Let me see. I'm thinking about if I should storage all of the results into an array and then I
You don't have to.
don't have to. Okay. And let me see. But I have to find out the longest.
Who would you like to FaceTime with?
Yeah. What are you thinking about now?
I thinking about how to find out the longest one.
So if it's palindromic, then here you take the length. You can create a variable here, answer, and every time you take the maximum length, right?
Mm,
Something like this. Answer here. If length
yeah. Correct. But if we can get several longest
doesn't
substring,
matter.
okay.
It's substrings. Here. Answer. The reason why I'm moving a bit faster is because you pretty much answered. Uh, that's it.
Mm,
Let's see. A, B, C, D.
yeah,
Oh,
because do you think one letter also a panorama?
sorry.
No, yes or no? One letter.
Yeah, it's palindromic, yeah. What? No answer?
Mm, well, what? Let me see. What's the input?
A, B, C, D.
Uh,
Let's just move this. Okay, nice.
mm. Do you think this is a brute force solution?
Yeah, it is a brute force.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, but there's a small problem. So if pre.length,
Not very easy. If I'm taking an interview and they give me this question, I probably
really?
can figure out. Yeah.
Oh, this is simple implementation. You just have to implement. You don't have to think. Just implement. That's it. Okay, the reason why it's not correct is because palindromic, you see here, you add to the string, and then right
Mm-hmm.
away you add another character. So you cannot have, you don't see the single character palindromic palindromes.
Oh yeah, I probably can remove this. Oh, sorry.
So what is the complexity here?
Complexity. Let me see. Another function is still is n squared.
Sorry?
It's n squared.
Are you sure?
Mm,
Okay, these generate subsequent substrings is n squared. What about the palindromic though? The
I
palindrome
think
function.
it's ON.
The palindrome function, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's O of n. So you generate n squared subsequent substrings, and for each
Mm.
substring you check if it's palindrome or not.
Oh, every time I check, yeah, let's
Yeah.
see. How many times check? So it should be n to the 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Nice, good job. Okay, can you write a recursive function for the palindromic? This one, make it recursive. Yeah,
No,
what?
I don't.
What? No.
I don't know how to write recursive function. I think for this one.
Okay,
Let
thing.
me try. I can.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Go ahead, sorry.
Let me. Do you think I need another function? It's called like recursion, recursive, or I can write all those things inside this function.
I don't know.
Okay.
You have to figure it out by yourself.
Recursion.
Okay, let me give you a small hint. So apart from the string that you will have, think of the right and leftmost character or the indices. The rightmost index and leftmost index. That's what you need to compare the strings or like to write a recursive function.
You mean left and right as kind of parameter inside the
Yeah.
recursion.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Nice. Nice.
That's correct.
Yeah, very nice. Don't forget the return. Line 52. Oh, 52, just 52. Because you call the function with left plus one, right minus one, but you have to take that the return of that function and return it as the return of this current function. Yeah, exactly. Okay, one last thing. So you start from left, right, like this. If it's a palindromic substring, then right goes left and left goes right, like this, until some point. Until there is a point where you have they cross each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to take care of that piece.
Okay. Left to right, left to right. I'm thinking about. Do you think I can put in here?
Yeah, it's right there, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's the base case.
Do you think I need return anything?
Do I think what?
Return anything. It's a return.
Yeah, you have to return, of course.
I'm not sure if this is correct. Written false.
Okay, now test it.
No, sorry. Should have put it here.
Yes.
I probably should.
Print the result. Are you
Yeah,
printing the result?
still not. I'm printing now.
I don't think you can reuse return.
Service results.
Yeah, because Boolean.
So much force. I should not print in here.
Yeah. It's because of the first function. The function calls all is palindromic for all the substrings. Okay, what's the input? What's the test case that you worked on? A, B, C, D.
A.
Okay. Can you do A, B, B, A? Oh, infinite loop.
No result. A, B, B, A.
No,
Let me
not
try.
infinite loop. Oh, yeah. Your problem is because, hold on. Your problem is something simple. It's because you have left is less than right. It's actually the opposite. Is right if right greater or equal to left. That's the condition. In the recursive call, yeah, it's right, greater or equal. Because otherwise you will return false. No, 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 the opposite.
Opposite.
That's not, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Left.
Let. Yeah, it's greater or equal. Sorry. Greater or equal. Yes, like this.
Let's see.
Let me see. So if let greater or equal. This is the function, right?
Yeah. Let me try this one.
Chars. No. No, it's return true.
Fine. Let me see. Return true.
Yeah, because when you reach left, they go like cross. That's when all the characters are the same. They match, you know, it's palindrome.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it took longer than it should, to be honest. This is
Longer. What?
yeah, implementing this solution, you know, because it should be, it's not a complicated problem. Okay, so you want to stop here?
Okay. I think if we don't have enough time like to solve as a question, I think.
Yeah, it's already we did 2 hours minus 20 minutes. So an hour and 40 minutes we did. Okay, so next session you want to discuss this? We can discuss this. You can read about it and let me know if you want to discuss something about it.
Okay.
Just so that I read it and know how to understand, how to explain it well. That's why. Otherwise, yeah, just keep trying to solve more problems. Okay, just Jing, try to make it a habit. Try to make like coding a habit. Like do an hour to 2 hours at least per day. That's how you make it easier.
1 hour. You mean 1 hour?
At least an hour, yeah, at least. If you can do 2 hours, that's really good. But try to make it a habit, okay? Because when you make it a habit, it becomes way easier.
I see. You know what I found right now? When trying to solve a problem, I have to spend several hours to understand the solution because the solution, the logic is too complex for me, and I had to search a lot of solutions and to try and understand why I do it in this way. So I feel I spend most time on understanding the solution. Just I also spend some time to review the previous questions, and I every time I solve a new question, I spend like 10 minutes. No, it's several hours, but I write like 5 times to remember the solution. But after 1 month, when I look back to the solution, I already forgot everything. So I also spend a lot of time to review the previous
Okay.
question.
Yeah, I think it's because the quality of understanding is not that solid. One of the reasons for this, it's because maybe when you try to solve a problem, you don't find a solution. So you go and read the solution, try to understand it and replicate it. But you don't understand it well enough. That's the problem. One of the ways to solve this is to give yourself more time. So the reason why I created the document, the spreadsheet that I created for you is do not consider a problem solved until you understand it fully. Just leave it there. You can leave it. It's no issue. Leave it as in not done, but doing, like currently doing problem. Can you stop sharing your screen?
Mm.
Let me explain this. To
Are you busy recently?
recently? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Busy with what?
Just busy on work or anything?
Ah, no, not really. I mean, no. Last week I was busy, but this week, no.
I'm curious how you train yourself, like how you solve problems at the very beginning.
Yeah, as I said, it's, can you give me, I cannot share. Can you give me the host?
Oh, really? Sorry. Okay, try.
Okay, so look. So here, for example, uh, let me look for my list. I have my document because it has a lot of problems. This one.
How about you other students? Like how many hours they took class every week and how many questions they solve every week?
It depends. Like each person is different. That's the thing. For example, I have Samuel, for example. He's very smart. Like he understands very, very quickly. So this is what we do. These are the problems. We take notes here, but he doesn't solve a lot of problems offline.
I see.
So
he has potential, he has amazing potential, but he needs to solve more. If you don't solve problems offline, then it's going to be tough, the learning is going to be slow. You have to solve problems.
Mm. You mean he
There's,
solved a lot of problem offline, right?
yeah, but I have worked with John, for example. John is the hardest working of all. The guy who's,
Mm,
yeah, you see, is the document is full, and he also uses Swift. He solved all the problems that I gave him. Literally all. You
uh,
can see.
yeah. Let's see.
The comments are loading. They're pretty slow. Let me look for my other. Hold on. Oh, yeah, this is the document.
John, so why he use Swift? He are finding job
Yeah, he's
as a
also a iOS developer, just like you.
he's a student or he
No,
is
no, no.
already
He's a
is
graduate.
working a graduate. Okay.
Yeah. You see, like he solved all the problems, like literally all the problems.
Mm,
And these problems are very, very good for to do like for basic understanding, to understand.
I see.
Okay, so this is the spreadsheet that I used last year, and it helped me a lot, to be honest. Um, so what I did, you see here all the problems. If I don't understand the problem, it stays here, ongoing. I'm trying to understand it, not just solve it. You can solve it, mark it, like get the green thing and put it here, but that's not efficient. It's not efficient. You have to understand that you need to give yourself more time, be patient with yourself, and each person is different. You cannot be hard. You cannot say that, oh, okay, I need to solve this problem in an hour. Yeah, you can together. When we solve problems together, I have to rush you. I have to pressure you so that you solve problems faster because we have limited time. We only have 2 hours or like an hour and a half. It depends on the session that we have. You see, I will apply some pressure for you on you, but you with yourself, you need to measure time so that you know that how far are you from the solving the problem on time, because as I said, you need to solve problems, but you need to solve them within an amount of time, not in days or in 10 hours. You have to solve a problem in 45 minutes, 40 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. It depends on the coding interview, you see? So here
What's that mean? Time spent is minutes.
in minutes, yeah, this is in minutes.
Okay, minutes.
Yeah, and notes. It's important. It's important to take notes. Too slow, for example, it's enumerate. So I always type my mistakes to know what was making me like for
Mm.
example this one I stayed 2 hours and a half. 2 hours and a half is a lot. It's actually a lot. If I get
I,
this.
I'm curious, what's that time mean? I mean, they solve the problem, include the time doing research, like to finding the solutions and or just the time of writing code.
Oh, understanding, like starting the problem, reading the problem, thinking about the problem, debugging, and sometimes when I don't understand it, I have to like read the solution, but I have to think, not read the solution and implement the solution like right away. I have to give myself time to understand the solution. Okay, so let's say I'm starting. This problem is hard. Let's say I have to solve this one. What I do, I come. I will use this to track time. Oh, I stopped the counter. I didn't mean to do it. So let's say I have to solve this problem. It's substring concatenations. Okay. String. Now the counter is on. I read the problem. I think about it for 20 minutes, something like that. If I feel no progress, then I might go to discussions and read. Okay. If I don't understand, if I understand, then I will try to implement it myself. You look, Jing, you always have to spend most of the time either thinking or coding. You have, it's like learning is active. You have to spend most of your time learning, doing stuff by yourself, not reading some solution or copying. No, that's a waste of time. You always have to think. That's why I say that if this problem, let's say I have done like let's say I'll move it here. I
But
worked on it for 60 minutes and I didn't solve it or I don't understand it still. It stays there. I'm not gonna move it. I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it. Let's say I'll do one other more hour. So now I have 2 hours. And let's say now I understand it. When I understand it, I'm sure that I'm confident. Then I'll move it here. I'll move it here. I'll put the date and write comments, write a note. What made me not solve the problem fast enough? Is it the idea? Didn't I get the idea fast? Did I understand the problem in a wrong way? Did I not know some algorithm? You know, there's something that makes me not solve the problem in time. So I have to know what's the problem, write down the problem, and when you write down your problems, you will be more conscious of them, and it will help you to fix the issues. You see? And as I said, it's slow progress. It's a slow progress. That's why I tell you also, make it a habit. Solve for 1 hour each day. And you will make some progress like this, you know, as you can see, like look here, 19, 20, 22, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 56. Like during this period, almost every time. And also I participate here in other contests. And you can see that it's pretty active, like ninth. Well, the competitions, they're not every day, so that's why sometimes you have to wait. But yeah,
Yeah, I see. So,
yeah, yeah, go ahead, please.
okay, I see. So they solve all those problems with you, or they just solve the problems offline? It just a record document.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I
Yes,
understand.
I mean, they did they just interview those questions with you, or they just solve those questions offline?
Oh, no. This is I did this for myself to prepare. This is my document that I used to prepare for interviews.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, no one gave me this. Well, I had a coach. I had a friend. He's Russian. He was coaching me. We had some few sessions together. And before that, I had another coach who works for Google now. I had a document with him. Yeah, so with my coach, he was giving me problems, explaining to me stuff, doing pretty much what I'm doing here with you. Oh, I
Mm,
can look for the document. But as I said, like, look, try to solve every day,
mm,
make it a habit every day, and don't rush. If you don't understand the problem, put it here, ongoing. When you understand it, what I mean when you understand it, you can rewrite the code. For example, if you solve the one problem, you solve it in, let's say this problem, for example. I solved it in 2 hours. 2 hours is a lot. To make sure that you understand it, try to implement it in 20 minutes or 15 minutes. If you can do that successfully and get it solved, then then you know that you understand the problem.
mm.
Okay?
I see. I see.
Yeah. But don't um like for example, if you don't try to solve this one, you don't understand it, you go to solutions, try to understand the solution, and you're not very confident, you don't feel that you really understand the problem, and then you just code it and make it accepted and move it here, like solved. No, that's not solved. It's actually solved, but you don't understand it. That's the problem. So you have to
Mm.
give
How could
yourself,
I know? How could I know I understand?
if you, to know that you understand it, you can write the code from scratch by yourself and get it accepted in 15 to 20 minutes. It depends on the problem. 15 to 20 minutes, or at most, at the very most, 30 minutes if the problem is a bit hard. From scratch, you code it from scratch by yourself.
Mm, I see. I
Then
see.
that means that you understand it. But if you
Okay.
spend 2 to 3 hours, not continuous time, working on the problem, you stop and you read some solution here, you watch a video here, and then your code is not 100% your code. It's from a chunk, a piece of code from here, another piece of code from another place and stuff. That's not optimal, and that's not something that you cannot say that you understand the problem.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should try to like implement all of the problems in your list. Like to try to, because as I say, like three some
These
search in
problems.
what is this problem I solved it before. Actually, I took an interview the very beginning. They gave me the question of three some, but I cannot figure out. I didn't figure out that problem.
You can go over the problems that you solved by yourself and try to
Mm,
solve them again. We can do this and
mm,
test yourself to make the knowledge solid, because when you say that you forget a problem, you solve a problem and then you forget how to solve it, that means the
mm,
knowledge is not solid, and not non-solid knowledge is you cannot count over it. You cannot like build knowledge on top of knowledge, because there are a lot of problems that are very related to each other, especially
mm,
here in the list that I give here. To understand DP, you have to be good with recursive functions. And there are a
mm,
lot of some tricks with recursive functions that you need to do, and you need to understand, to fully understand in order to do DP. If knowledge with recursive functions is not solid, then you cannot understand DP. You cannot. It's just how it is. It's
I
step
see.
by step. So you always have to have some solid knowledge of topics. Don't
Mm-hmm.
rush and don't like try to go fast just because you will feel productive, or you will feel you're doing a lot of work in short amount of time. No, that's not how it works. Each person is different, and over time you will build slowly knowledge in your brain, and over time you will become fast. Speed comes with practice. The more you practice, the faster you become.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but as I said, like always try to focus on active learning, always. Think, even if a problem you're not sure about how to solve it, just leave it there. Leave it here and think about it from time to time. Just like, for example, yeah, I have some problems that I started but I didn't finish, and I still didn't finish though. You know, I didn't look at the solution here. I still don't know what's the solution. So I leave it here and I go over the problem again and think about it again. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope this helps. So we spent 2 hours, but let's remove the 15 minutes where I was not here. Okay, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I just yeah, I want to ask you, like if I'm taking an interview, like because sometimes they give me a question, how long time you think is appropriate? I just thinking about and trying to figure out the solution. How long time? Because sometimes I feel it's pretty difficult and I need a lot of time.
It's normal. It's very normal. If you're slow, that means that you haven't practiced enough. It's just like this. Speed comes with practice. There's no shortcut.
Okay,
Yeah.
just need more practice, right?
Yeah, just practice. And also you have to practice in a correct way, as I said, because some people they spend hours and hours, but it's not efficient. The way they learn, it's not efficient. Also, you have to practice smart. And that's why I'm trying to, and it's actually my job, you know. That's why I tell you do this instead of this, and I'm trying to help you with the method of practicing, because there's an efficient way of practicing and non-efficient way of practicing. And that's why also I tell you that if you want to improve, then you have to practice offline, and you have to, you know, I'm trying to help with tips to practice offline. And that's the real progress. That's when the real progress is made. It's not when we do sessions, these sessions, because in these sessions, it's just 2 hours, you know, 2 hours per week. Even if we do 2 hours per week, then don't expect yourself to become a very very good in 3 to 4 months. You have to practice offline. That's how you know make the muscles grow. That's how the muscle grow, you know. Yeah. So our next session is in 5-6 days.
Yeah, next weekend I remember is.
Yeah, right. It's on 17th. Yeah, okay. As Jing, as usual, if you have any problem with a if you don't understand something, you can write me a message. I'll answer you. It's
on the Code Mentor page.
Yeah, if you wanna talk on WhatsApp, for example, you can use WhatsApp also.
Use what?
WhatsApp. 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 The application, WhatsApp, the chat app.
Oh, I don't know that.
What? It's like WeChat.
Really? I never use it.
What? You don't know WhatsApp?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're in the US.
Let me search. I usually send message with my friend. Just use messages of the Apple, or we send a message on Instagram. We use Instagram most time.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I never use this one, but yeah.
Yeah, you can send me on Code Mentor or anything else. Do you use Discord?
Which one? This what's app?
Discord, Discord.
Send me
I wrote it.
Discord. No, it's
Okay.
also a software, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a messaging app like for communities and stuff like that.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
No. Mm,
So yeah, but anyway, you can send me on Code Mentor. I'll answer.
okay, okay, good.
Okay, are we done?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Super welcome, Jane.
Mm.
Don't forget to send the direct payment because this is not a paid session.
How to pay?
Direct payment, just like there's the direct payment. I'll send you. I'll send you on the chat. I'll tell you. what to
Okay,
do.
okay, okay. Mm.
Okay. Anyway, so thank you so much, Jing.
Thank you.
See you next weekend.
Yeah, see you. See
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye.